will go ahead and get started. Again, good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Ashley Tillman. I have the privilege and pleasure of serving as the program coordinator for Parent and Family Programs, as well as the interim assistant dean of Campus Life. And tonight you are joining us for a virtual town hall conversation with our campus partners in housing and residence life. So as we begin to start and we anticipate next steps for the year, one resource that we would like to share here are our Parent and Family Programs Initiative. This is a new program within the Division of Student Affairs, and it's a resource for our students and for our parents and our families. We engage our parents in activities that promote the university, and we support initiatives that build the parents' affinity for the university as well. Our mission includes a commitment to engaging our parents and our families while their student, their bison, is enrolled in campus. So we are here to support you from orientation to graduation, from a freshman student all the way to a senior student. Right now, the programming staff is myself, but we hope to expand in the future to further support your needs. So here are a few of our goals. And as we navigate the upcoming academic year and summer, as we welcome HU25 and HU24, we have a robust list of goals here of the things that we would like to do. Our orientation to parents and family begins with the support and a holistic effort to see our students towards graduation and ensuring that they matriculate with pride and with service and an affinity to the university as well. So throughout the academic year and through the summer, you'll see us have multiple town halls, activities, hopefully safely in person, that we can welcome you to campus and to the student experience. But we consider all of our parents and families as ambassadors for Howard University. And so as you're navigating and supporting your bison, you're also an advocate and an ambassador for other bison families, parents, and our students. You all may also know that a part of Parent and Family Programs, we have the Howard University Parents Advisory Council, or HUPAC. They begin in the infancy of Parent and Family Programs, which started out as a cohort of 6 parents, mostly alum, that had students returning to the Mecca as bison. And so for this upcoming academic year, for 21 and 22, we have 3 parents, all alum with that pleasure, that are returning to the HUPAC board. And so the Howard University Parents Advisory Council serves as just that, an advisory council in helping to support and be a liaison for the parent voice. And so they guide the office and the initiative on different things that we're doing, input to make sure that there's a parent at the table. So I would like to take a point of personal privilege to say thank you to the current board members that you see listed here, Dr. Erica Gentry, Ms. Leonore Hodge, and Ms. Rosalind Stewart. Thank you for your service and your continued efforts. While navigating the university as a bison and supporting your student, we have an opportunity and a way for you all to engage virtually. Campus ESP. So upon registering for this event, you needed to create a profile that had information about where you lived, where your bison is a student, what their major is, and you were able to self-elect in any of our 16 communities. This is our #1 and official source to engage with our parents and families. It operates as an external site, but very similar to Facebook, to social media, and to email. This is our premier way to contact and connect our parents. From 16 different communities of different niche specific and intersections of identity, we can offer our parents a real-time approach to what it means to have campus ESP and to know what's going on with the university. As we navigate just launching in March of this year, we've grown the program to about 3,000 active profiles as we welcome HU25 parents and continue with HU24, 22, and 23. And so as we navigate through this town hall, we'll have several opportunities, but I wanted to leave you here with a few key summer and fall updates. So June 21st begins our summer session. There will be a small imprint of students that have returned to the Mecca, to campus, and we are excited to welcome them here. Please mark your calendars for our Parent and Families Bison Prep Session. This will be a virtual town hall style orientation just for our parents and our families. That'll happen June 29th at 6 p.m. During this talk, we'll have conversations about appropriately onboarding your student for campus life. So what things to pack, different resources within the Division of Student Affairs, and how you can remain involved and engaged with their day-to-day life. We'll also offer a replay on July 2nd, hosted on our campus ESP site. And next, we'll get ready for Bison Week, August 16th through the 20th of this academic year. This is a wonderful time where students are welcome to campus and they have their orientation. There's lots of social events, academic programs that students can have just for a week that the campus is all theirs. So we're very excited to welcome our classes back for a wonderful Bison Week. And for HU24, we will also have Spirit Weekend, August 20th through the 22nd. And so we recognize that Bison Week is also for HU24, but they started school virtually. And so we want to do something just additional support for them. And so Spirit Weekend are all about our sophomores as we navigate and welcome back to campus. So right now, I'll turn it over to our wonderful leader within the Division of Student Affairs, our Interim Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Cynthia Evers.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tillman. Welcome to Howard University, parents, families, and students. Thank you to the HUPAC Council. We are extremely excited about our return to campus status. We had the opportunity to reach out to our students via email, phone, text, and even conducted informal surveys. One constant trend that we noticed was that students want to come enjoy the campus experience. The last time we had a full on-campus experience was in last March. And I must say that we are waiting, and some of you parents agreed that you are ready for our students to come to campus. We have so much in store for our students when they return. We know the primary reason for students to return is academics. And also, we know that it's important for students to acclimate themselves to the environment. As a result, as Dr. Tillman indicated, we will have Bison Week for the freshmen and opportunities for the sophomore classes to gather as well. This is an opportunity to introduce students to all of the services that we have to offer, and also to allow students to get to know one another. Just so you know, Student Affairs engage in principles of good practice when it involves student development. We engage students in continuous active learning. We create educational partnerships that advance student learning. We help to build supportive and inclusive communities. Very briefly, I want to share some of the units that make up the Division of Student Affairs. We have Campus Life, which includes the Blackburn University Center, student activities and leadership engagement, intramurals and recreational activities, to name a few. We have intercollegiate athletics, university counseling services, student health services, student services, which includes accessibility service and veteran services, student conduct and community standards, off-campus housing and community engagement, and why you are here today to listen residential life and university housing. I know that we have presented several webinars and town halls, but I'd like to provide some updates. Last week, President Frederick announced that all students who reside on campus or come to campus for any reason for the fall 2021 semester must be fully vaccinated prior to their arrival on campus. All students will be required to be fully vaccinated effective August the 1st. Fully vaccinated means that 2 or more weeks have passed since receipt of the second dose in a 2-dose series, or the 1 dose depending upon what you've received. Students who complete a COVID-19 vaccination series with a vaccine that has been authorized for emergency use by the World Health Organization or an FDA authorized COVID-19 vaccine will comply with the university's immunization requirements. Students must provide proof of being fully vaccinated prior to arriving on campus. For health and safety reasons, students will not be permitted to live in on-campus housing until they are fully vaccinated and provide proof of having been vaccinated. There's only one exception for students to come to campus if they've not been fully vaccinated, and that is to receive a vaccination at the vaccination clinic, which is located at the Numa P. Adams building. Well, thank you in advance for your cooperation. So next we want to turn it over to discuss information on housing process, procedures, and opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Evers, for those wonderful greetings and information and insight. So before we move into our housing and residence life partners, I wanted to provide a bit of classification definition. We know that as you are navigating and onboarding with your student, there are several terms. And so listed here are how we as university officials identify our students. And so we do use terms as freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior, but this has a very distinct distinction with how we classify them. So their first year and their second year, their third year and their fourth year. If we pay most attention to our first year and to our second year students, we identify our freshman students as first time in college and enrolled at Howard University. And so they may not have 30 or more credits. And our second year sophomore students, these are within their second academic year and they have 30 plus credits earned. So right now I will switch it over to our housing and residence life partners. Please welcome to our virtual stage, Mr. Servance and Ms. Lamar.
Hello, my name is Walter Servance and I'm the Housing Operations Coordinator.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is May252021Part1 Lamar and I'm one of the Housing Assignments and Billing Coordinators. The Office of Residence Life is committed to creating and supporting a rich learning environment in a community of care and mutual respect that will empower our students to be engaging citizens through fostering their development of lifelong skills.
So today we'll give you a few updates as it relates to housing and residence life. As stated earlier, we will have students on campus this summer during our summer session. That summer session will start on June the 17th and it conclude on July 25th. We will use two buildings. One will be College Hall South and the other will be Howard Plaza Towers East. Students must be registered to stay on campus for the summer pilot. So a few updates as it relates to our department and you all as students. The Office of Residence Life and University Housing is planning to house students this fall semester. And we are planning to house 5,000 students on campus. So that means we are going back to our normal numbers. We will have singles and doubles across campus. And our priority will be first time in college and second year students. That is our priority as it relates to who will be on campus. Move-in will start on Friday, August the 6th, and it will stagger by building and last name all the way to Sunday, August the 15th. We will give you more instructions as it relates to move-in once you have received your housing assignment. And as Dr. Evers has stated, you must be fully vaccinated to stay on campus, meaning that you have received both doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. So now we'll have Ms. Lamar just kind of walk you through the process. I know that many of you have received the email prior to the session today. And so Ms. Lamar will just walk you through each step to apply for housing.
Thank you, Mr. Servance. So first, everyone, we are happy to have you. We're glad that we are able to open this opportunity for you all to apply for housing. First year students, this is going to be our first time in college students. You will be required to pay a $50 non-refundable housing fee. To pay this fee, you should visit Howard ePay. Once you visit that website, you want to click deposits at the very top of your screen. And then following that, it will lead you to the term page. You want to click Fall 2021 and not Fall 2021 NT. Then you will select the $50 non-refundable housing application fee, and it will be listed as housing application fee new entrant. Following, you will then enter your payment information, and then we ask that you save your confirmation email for future reference. For For our continuing students, which will be our second year students, they will pay the $200 housing deposit and they will follow the same steps. However, instead of clicking the housing application fee, you will click the housing deposit, which is $200. And again, you will input your payment information and receive your confirmation email. Following, you will then complete your 2021-2022 StarRez housing application. You will log into your StarRez account. You will click the application button below Howard University, and then you will select the academic year 2021-2022. Following, you want to complete all of the requirements, which will also include the uploading of your COVID-19 vaccination card. And then afterward, once you have completed your application, you will receive a confirmation email letting you know that your application has been successfully submitted. Next, you will also submit your student health requirements through the MedProctor portal, and this will also include all requirements that Student Health has provided. This will not replace the uploading of your vaccination card through the StarRez application portal. For any student that does have a medical or medical accommodation, you must submit your medical accommodation through the Office of Student Services, in which they will approve your accommodation. They will then notify the Office of Residence Life, and we will proceed with their approved accommodation for you as a student. And then lastly, those will be all of the steps that you will need to complete to proceed with receiving your housing application, or to receiving your housing assignment for the 2021-2022 academic year.
So to reiterate what you will see when you log on to ePay, you will log on to ePay and you will need to select Fall 2021. Again, not Fall 2021 NT. After you select that, if you are a first-time in college student, you will select Housing Application Fee, and then it will prompt you to pay the $50. So your screen should look similar to what you see on the screen. Next slide. And if you are a second-year student, again, you will select Fall 2021 and you will select Housing Deposit. And then you will see a fee of $200. And then you'll be prompted to put in your information, and this is the screen that you will see. So the reason why we highlight this is because although we have first-time in college and second-year students, you will see that a drop-down menu with Housing Deposit and Housing Application Fee. Again, there are two different fees. First time in college only need to pay the $50 application fee, and second year students need to pay the $200 housing deposit. So I just want to reiterate again that all students must be fully vaccinated prior to arriving to campus. So when you log into the application system, there will be a link in which you need to upload your vaccination card. Again, all students must be fully vaccinated to stay on campus. So we cannot work around this. If you do require an exemption, again, you can come to campus, but you will not be able to stay on campus. That is a mandate that we are requiring. And the email about this information went out on May the 21st, 2021. So as stated, a part of our application, you must upload your COVID vaccination card in the StarRez system. So when you log into StarRez, which will be available starting on Monday, May 31st, this is a similar screen in which you will see. You will need to either take a picture of your COVID card or you can scan it and you will need to upload it to the StarRez system. So this is an example of what you will see on Monday when you begin to fill out the housing application. And again, we will not be able to guarantee you a housing assignment until you have uploaded your proof of vaccination. So move in. I know that we get a lot of questions about move in. So this right here is the move in schedule. Once you receive your housing assignment, we will send you a more detailed email of how this will look and what time you will need to come. Move in will start on August the 6th, 2021 through August the 15th, 2021. So on Friday, we will break it down by building and last name. So on Friday, we will start with Drew Hall and we will continue with one of the buildings in the Tubman quadrangle, and that will be Baldwin Hall. On Saturday, we will continue with Drew, and we will finish with Wheatley. On Sunday the 8th, we will start with Cook, and we will have another building in the quad, Crandall, and we will start with the Towers. The Towers is fairly large, so we will continue all the way through the rest of the move-in week. On Monday the 9th, we will have Cook, we will have the quad, and we will have the Towers as well. On Tuesday, August the 10th, we will have Bethune Annex East. We will have the last building of the quad in the Towers. On Wednesday, we will have Bethune Annex West, College Hall North, one of the Towers. On Thursday, we will have College Hall North again, and we will continue with the Towers. On Friday the 13th, we will start with College Hall South, and we will continue with the Towers. On Saturday the 14th, we will continue with College Hall South and continue with the Towers. And on Sunday, the start of the Bison Week, we will conclude with College Hall South. Now, if you cannot make your assigned time, that is okay. We ask that you just make an appointment with the building manager to let them know, hey, I was not able to come during that assigned time, but I will need to come later on in the week. That is okay. We understand that parents may have to work or there's other obligations. So again, we will accommodate those. More details about your time for move-in will come at a later date once you receive your housing assignment. We will plan to have all housing assignments completed by July 1, 2021. All right, so the next thing that you will receive from my office, today you received the Housing 101. Everybody should have received that prior to the start of the town hall. Again, in that communication, you will receive information about the vaccination clearance process. And from there, you'll receive your room assignment. You'll receive your room assignment starting in July 1st. You will have your room assignment prior to that. You'll get more information from us about your move-in day and your time. So you'll receive a welcome letter. And in that letter, we will let you know what items we recommend for you to bring to your residence hall. So those are just some of the next communications you'll receive from our office.
All right. Thank you all so much. Thank you to our campus partners for sharing this information. So we are going to move into our question and answer portion. We wanted to reserve the bulk of time here to answer most of the questions that we have. As an FYI for everyone, we received about 500 questions, and so we won't be able to get to them all tonight, but we will have a robust conversation regarding some of the questions that you all provided insight as we navigate for the upcoming academic year. So my first question to our partners in housing and residence life, this came from a parent of a Kathy Hughes School of Communication freshman. How many students will occupy the space within the residence hall to accommodate social distancing and CDC guidelines?
Thank you for that question. So as it relates to our residence halls, we are going back to our full occupancy. So we will have singles and doubles, but we are making modification to some of our programming spaces within the residence hall, our lobby areas. So we will have social distancing within those areas.
Awesome, thank you. And so another question from a first-year parent, HU25. Is there a roommate questionnaire, and can you explain what that process looks like?
Yes, so we will be offering roommate requests, and also within the StarRez housing application, there is a questionnaire. So you will be able to do both options. If you are requesting a specific roommate, you will have the opportunity to complete the 2021-2022 roommate matching form. All submissions must be submitted no later than Friday, June 25th, 2021 by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The roommate matching form will be included within the StarRez housing application, and then it will lead you to the Microsoft form for you to complete your roommate request. Both students who are requesting one another must complete the form. So if student A wants to request student B, student A and B must both submit the form together. Detailed information about this will also be included within your Star Res housing application, and you are always more than welcome to reach out to us at our office or via email for any additional questions about that process.
Awesome. And so staying there for a moment just to ask for continuity and clarity, how does that work if I've requested someone, but for some reason they are unable to get their vaccine?
If they are not able to receive their 2020 COVID-19 vaccination, we would not be able to welcome them back to campus. As Dr. Evers and Mr. Servants both said, in order to reside on campus within our residence halls, you must be fully vaccinated.
And Dr. Evers, did you want to add?
No, again, just to really reinforce that piece, you know, we want to make sure that our students are safe. We want to make sure that we adhere to policies and expectations and procedures and so forth. So the fact of the matter is that we just really encourage everyone to try to go out and get the vaccine if you haven't already, and really make sure that you download or upload the information so that it's clear that you have been vaccinated and you know you won't run into any difficulty. So yeah.
Awesome, thank you. So here is a question specific to our parents. So as our students, after they have completed the application and the forms, and now they have their room assignment and they are preparing to move in campus. The first part of this question, how much time are parents given to help their bison move in?
So look, to answer that, so we have a 2-hour window for move-in. And the reason why we have that 2-hour window is, one, for parking reasons. As we know that the District of Columbia is very busy and we often have to park on the street. So we want to make sure that we have enough parking for parents to move in.
Also, let me add that we want to make sure that there's a seamless transition and a seamless process. We want to make certain that everybody has an opportunity to, you know, during the daylight, have an opportunity to help their student to download their material so that they can get into the rooms. So that's what we try to abide by, that 2-hour window, so that everybody will have an opportunity. And something that we're doing this year that we hadn't done in the past is that we're staggering. So, you know, it should be a little bit easier, comfortable, so that you can go in quickly. We will have some bins available so that students can put their items in the bins, roll the bins inside, and more information, more detailed information will come out once students have applied and hit the submit button.
Awesome. And so with that thought too, can you describe what a typical move-in day looks like? Am I carrying all my things up flights of stairs? What's happening?
A typical move-in day. So you arrive to campus. So you arrive to your residence hall. You'll come inside of your residence hall, do all of the check-in paperwork. You will get your student ID. You'll get a little move-in gift. And then at that time, you'll be able to check out a card to start moving in with your families. So as you receive your card, you can take the card out to your families. And this year we are allowing 1 to 2 individuals help you with move-in. The reason why we're doing that is because we still have to social distance. Of course, we don't want everyone piling in the elevators. So again, once you get that card, you start moving in that 2-hour window. And once you have completed move-in, you can return the card, and they probably will take your ID. So you will get your ID back and you are free to go to Target, Walmart, wherever you need to go. But again, you just have that 2-hour window to start moving in.
This is a great time for our parents and families to visit our bookstore, maybe take a self-guided tour of campus, understand the area that you're around after you have completed your 2 hours for move-in, that you now have time to visit the bookstore and to get some really good Howard gear.
And also, let me add that this is also parents and students to start thinking about a communications plan as to how you're going to communicate with your student. And of course, there will be a little bit of tears and sadness and joy as you separate, but also separate and let go and let the student develop at its pace. But also with the communications plan, it's so important to decide how often you're going to communicate to one another and what modes of communication you're going to do as well, so that there's no, disjointed and unexpected worry as to, maybe my student has not gotten in contact with me.
And so thinking of a